I've got 10 more of my favorite books that I picked up in 2024. Stick around to see what I got. What's going on, everybody? I'm Matt, the boy who had 7. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking out another video. It's really good to have you guys here, and I honestly, truly appreciate it. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I would love you to do so now. Please hit that subscribe and leave me a thumbs up. Press that thumbs up now if you can. And also leave me a comment what you think about this video. So guys, I have been doing my top 40 pickups of 2024 series, and this is episode number 3. So today we're going to be looking at 20 through 11. We're getting close to the top 10, and these books right here make me super excited. I just sat here, took them all out of their sleeves, and I'm looking at this top one and the colors on it and the remembrance that I have from having this book as a kid. And I am just excited as can be to share with you guys what I got this year. So please, guys, if you haven't watched episode 1 or 2, check those out. I've got the links to those videos in the description. Also, stay tuned for next week's video because those are some bangers. One of my favorite years of collecting has been this year. My patience paid off, and yeah, it's exciting. So some of the books that I'm going to share with you guys right now are super mega variants. Either they're newsstands, they're different type of logos, or they're variants, and they've been hard for me to get, and rare books that aren't out there much. Also, these books were way too expensive over the last couple years, and this year those prices finally came down. I made offers like I always do, and I recommend you guys do. And now I have them. So super happy to get started right here. We're starting with number 20 on today's list. And this is The Amazing Spider-Man, number 344. Now, this is the one that I've been looking at. I had this book handed to me by my brother-in-law. God rest his soul. Love you, dude. And it's just a book that I've wanted to have in my collection as a 9.8. And when this newsstand, there it is right there, guys, that newsstand presented itself, again, I made an offer. The seller accepted it, and I got this at an exceptional price. What's special about this book? This is the first appearance of Cletus Cassidy and the first appearance of Cardiac, this character right here. Who's Cletus Cassidy, you may say? Well, he is the guy that becomes Carnage. And Carnage, as you can see up here, is one of my favorite characters. Shout out to Frog Boy right there. He is one of my absolute favorite villains. And again, you guys know I collect everything Spidey and Batman keys. So super happy to have that one. The video doesn't even do it justice. Those colors are just popping, and I'm in love. Okay, this next one I got from, I think, Diamond Comic Club on Instagram. And I made an offer. Seller was really holding tight. We ended up finally coming together to get it a little bit lower and closer to the price that I wanted. This movie bombed, in my opinion. It was stinky. I was not a fan of the movie at all. But there's so much potential. And because that movie bombed, the prices have dropped. I got this one for a steal. This is Eternals number 1. And this is the first appearance of the Eternals. So yeah, origin as well. So origin and first appearance of the Eternals. What did you guys think about this movie? I don't know. I just think that sometimes they just try to add too much into these movies. They don't stick to the source material. They're trying to get all diverse and everything, which I love diversity. Look at me. But when you do art for the purpose of diversity, it just kind of ruins it, in my opinion. You got to do it for the purpose of art. And then whatever happens after that is okay. So I don't know. What did you guys think about the Eternals movie? I finally was able to find this at a great price because it was insane the last couple of years. I'm happy to have this one in the collection. Okay, this next one I already own, but this is now the DC Universe logo variant. Okay, and it's also the first appearance of an awesome character. This is Green Lantern, number 48, and this is the first appearance of Kyle Rayner. Now, this Emerald Twilight story of Green Lantern is just incredible. I feel so bad for Hal Jordan. It's so crazy that this evil entity named Parallax is around and has been encased in the Green Lantern battery. I mean, there's just so much cool stuff that happens here that leads into the Jeff Johns run. But the reason, of course, that I picked up this book is that DC Universe logo variant right there. That makes this book super rare. Okay, at number 17, let's keep it going with the Green Lantern theme. All right, this is a much more recent book from 2014, which I guess is 10 years ago, almost. By the time this video comes out, it's probably 11 years ago. But this is Justice League number 31. This is the first full appearance of Jessica Cruz. But what's really epic about this book, guys, it's a newsstand. I found this one on Elite Comics 11 on Instagram. I made an offer. The seller accepted the offer, and I'm really happy to have this one. Jessica Cruz ever pops out in the movies, right? Got her newsstand first appearance. Awesome. Awesome. Love everything Green Lantern. Jeff Johns really hooked me. I love all the different Green Lanterns, but Hal Jordan is still my favorite. Any Green Lantern fans out there? All right, guys, we are going to keep going down the newsstand lane. At number 16, we have an incredible character in an incredible book, first appearance, newsstand, and a pretty cool logo that goes along with the character. This is Daredevil number 9, okay? And this is the first appearance of Echo. Echo is a character that cannot hear, all right? Daredevil can't see. Echo can't hear. So she uses ASL, American Sign Language. But she's also able to mimic your fighting style, your moves, and she is so powerful, so fast, so smart, grew up in a crazy way that she's a character I just love. And this story, this art by David Mack is incredible. So I already had this book, but this is the newsstand version, okay? And this is the Culture City CGC label. All right, now Culture City, I'm going to read you what it says here. It promotes sensory inclusion and helped someone with an invisible disability. So buying this helps somebody with a disability that is very close to what Echo or Daredevil would have. I've got lots of members of my family with sensory issues. Shout out to my nephew, baby Marco, to my mom, and to others. So it's cool to me to have these characters, newsstand, and that beautiful label that helps out with these sensory issues. This is a really cool book that I'm really proud of having in my collection. Okay, at number 15, this one goes out to my friend Michael from Scotland. And Michael, hope you're watching this, man. But he turned me on to this book years and years ago. We used to talk a whole bunch on the phone, and he's a huge Red Hood fan. And this is a very big Red Hood variant key. A lot of people want this book. And this is Red Hood, The Lost Days, number 1. And this is a beautiful Francesco Mattina cover. Check out the Red Hood there. It's so awesome. In love with this book. This is a variant that was really hard to come by and really expensive for the last 5 years. I got this at a great price. I'm happy it's in my collection. Why? I love everything Batman, Red Hood, Jason Todd, my favorite Robin. I know some of you might think I'm crazy. Damien's my second favorite. So all of you Tim fans, but especially all of you Dick Grayson fans may think I'm crazy. But I just love Jason Todd and his Red Hood story. And this is a beautiful Mattina cover. My goodness. So there it is, guys. Number 15 on the list. All right, let's keep it up with another crazy variant. This one makes me so excited. This is the David Aja. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Aja, I don't know. Darth Maul number 2 cover. Check that beauty out. This is a book I've wanted for a long time. My good friend Chris Cookie, Just a Little Podcast, showed me this book. And I was hooked. I love Star Wars. I love Darth Maul. And so this one right here is one that I've been wanting for a while. and I finally have it in the collection and at an amazing price. I got on eBay one day, just felt it, typed it in to see what it was going for. It was like $300-400 less than it normally goes for. I looked it up on GP analysis, and I got a steal. I know I've said that a whole bunch, but that's what I try to do. I try to get these books at great prices. And so I immediately put my bid in, or not even put my bid in. I buy it now at the price it's at, not even asking for a lower price because it was amazing. And now this one is in my collection. Wow. Okay, these next two books are heartstring books for me. Guys, if you're watching this, what is my favorite comic story of all time? Yes, some of you just said it. It is the Infinity Gauntlet. I love the Infinity Gauntlet for so many reasons. The story is just cool. To see somebody snapped, dusted away, and disappear, dead, gone, because Thanos is trying to cleanse the universe for Lady Death. It's just powerful. And boy, did Infinity War and Endgame do it right. But also, my brother-in-law who passed away, he gave me this book, and I read this story because he handed them to me. So there's just so many things going on, and I love this next book. I've been looking for it for a while, but the prices were insane, obviously, because of Endgame and Infinity War. It's finally dropped. Of course, I still own my first original raw copies, but I wanted this in a CGC 9.8 with white pages. I'm still hunting it in a newsstand, but this is the first appearance of the Infinity Gauntlet. And this is Silver Surfer number 44. I love this book. This is such an awesome story. Silver Surfer, Doctor Strange, they go along with the Infinity Gauntlet, Infinity War, Infinity Crusade storyline. And so this Silver Surfer title, amazing. So many good reads. And I think this is Ron Lim, right? Yep, Ron Lim and Tim Christopher cover and art. So yeah, this is a book of my youth, because let's see, it came out in 1990, December of 1990. So I was 7 years old when this came out. I probably read it for the first time when I was like 9 or 10, because that's when it was given to me. And so just really, really happy to have this one. I'm giddy in my stomach right now, almost like butterflies, because I own this book. It makes me super happy. And of course, to keep going with the Infinity Gauntlet storyline, is a book that was also expensive because of Endgame and Infinity War, and is now really dropped in price. I've been wanting this one, and I'm like, if I'm going to get it, I'm getting it in a newsstand. And so it is Infinity Gauntlet number 1 in the newsstand right there. And this is just, it's awesome. This is 1991, and what a book, man. I love it. Just such a cool cover. This thing is the book of dreams for me. So really happy to have this one finally, because the price was right. Okay, guys, this last book I have been trying to get forever. And these books that I showed you were available. They were. But they were all too expensive, or just too expensive over the last couple years because of what was happening in the MCU. This book has been one that I just wanted to have this character. I love Superman. I love to get some of his rogues, especially those that I can afford, because those Golden Age books are something else. But this one I've really wanted for a while, and they just aren't around. And the copies that are around are super yellow, or their wrapping was just way off. And so this is a book that I constantly check for online, and I could not find it for years until this one popped up at my comic shop. So this is DC Comics Presents number 27. Okay. And this is just so cool. So this character right here is Mongol. He is a powerhouse, and I'm really finally happy to get this one in a 9.8 white pages. This is really cool because it finally popped up in a wrap, in a grade, in a color that I'm okay with. I'm happy. I'm all right. The wrap, a little bit off. You can see it there, right? You just don't want to see white at all. But when it's even and it's real small, I'm okay with it, right? This yellow on the other books, or this white up here, was really yellow on other books. This one, not so horrible. So this is a copy that I'm happy to have. The first appearance of Mongol, who's right there on the cover. It's a Superman book. Look at that Martian Manhunter right there. It's just really cool. This came out in what, 1980? 1980? So that is awesome. I wasn't even born yet. And there it is, guys. I'm happy. Finally found it. That feeling of looking for books and then really not being available. And then this one popping up one day. It just feels good. So there it is, guys. That is number 11. Please trust me. The next video that you guys are going to watch is insane. It's one of my best years of comic collecting, books that just, I'm excited to share it with you guys. So for today, let me know if you guys would in the comments below which your favorite was. But that's it for me. Thank you for staying here till the end. I appreciate you guys. As always, I will talk to you later. Mischief